what's going on? This is GD Beat Studio, back with part 3, the final part of this 2020 Arabic hip-hop guitar beat. And in this video, we're just going to spend a little bit of time tightening up the transitions, making sure everything is snappy and sharp, and then we're going to do some mixing within my headphones, and then we're going to call it a day once it's ready and looks like it's a decent waveform for mastering. I'll throw it into Ozone and get the volume levels up. Now, disclaimer, I am not a mastering engineer, and I really am still learning when it comes to the mastering process, so really all I'm going to do is blast the volume up, and it's probably not the best master that you'll ever get because I'm not using a reference track, but that's okay. We're going to go for it. So here we go. Let's listen to what we have so far in the beginning. One thing that I notice already is that this delay is a little bit too much from what I want. We could probably lower these a little bit and keep them on line with where we are. And another thing I notice is the volume of the guitar sample is actually more than I want it. So I'm just gonna go slightly down from there and try again. I'm going to do a little bit of panning here, make it a little more realistic, something really slight. Pan that hi-hat, like to label stuff, off to the left a little bit. I have no effects on it. I don't really think I need any effects, except I will EQ the lows out. You'll notice that there's really no lows in this instrument. There's something going on here, so we're gonna just cut this. One thing I never did with this sample, I never put a saturation knob on it to saturate some of these frequencies. Sometimes this can help when it can offset some of the loudness. You don't necessarily want loudness, but you want saturation on the frequencies where you want them. Look at the difference with the saturation and without. Big difference. Change the 808 a little bit. Let's see what this sounds like. We do it to drums too. I think I'm taking it back. This is what happens sometimes when you are in this process. You might make a change and then realize you don't like it as much. Okay, and I think I showed how I did my side chaining earlier. sidechaining my kick to my 808. We're going to throw saturation on the kick as well, something I haven't done yet. Check out where I am going to be getting a new EQ soon. I think I am going to be getting at the waves or the fab filter. So if you guys have heard those names, it's better than the default parametric equalizer. You can do more with it, it's more accurate. But for this video, I want to keep it, you know, pretty accessible for more people who are newer to production. Sidechain this guitar a little bit to the kick. It might not have much of a great effect, but we'll find out right now. All these little purple areas are areas where the volume of that guitar has been cut very slightly because of the kick. When you sidechain properly, you don't need the kick to punch quite as loud, because every time that it hits, it's auto ducking something else, like the 808 and the kick. The relationship is super important. I can go into this further in future videos. This looks like it's not even exact. I need to fix this for sure. Get it on there much more accurately. Okay. And then also, one thing that can make this hit harder is if we cut this guy right as soon as this downbeat hits, it'll hit way harder. It's not to say we don't want it to have any reverb, and the tail of the reverb will take it farther, but I think we could add some reverb. We might even want to lower that a little bit, maybe more stereo separation. I'm just messing with things at this point, but I want to make this sound snappy. We're gonna do a fill. We only have a few patterns. So what are our samples? We have a reverb clat, and then we have our hi-hat. I'm gonna try and add in a ride cymbal. Let's see if I got it in my favorites packs. I don't know if I do. I do. Let's add this ride cymbal. Throw some reverb on this, but we don't need to do a whole lot to this sound. It's got a nice tail as is. And one nice thing you can do with these fills is you can pan things as you prepare for the other sound. So I'm going to do a gradual panning to the left. I'm going to also lower the volume slightly on this triplet thing. And then here we can pan it to the right a little bit as I'm going to pan my ride to the right. I'm going to do it within here, but I'm going to raise it. Really, we should pitch this with the song. And it's going to be right here as a fill. I'm going to add another track in here so we can see it better. Hopefully this will add something to the transition. And there's one more I'm going to add, one more sound I'm going to add that I realize I want. This is Hermes. I'm going to do a video just on this plugin. It's by BusyWorks Beats. A great instructional producer who's a producer and a great producer in his own right, but he created this plugin and I got it to support and to figure out on with some of these sounds. It's like a trap plugin. I'm going to save this preset one more time without reverb, and this is because I don't like using plug-in reverbs for the most part. I like to use my own, so I'm going to take this, call it Yes Sir Sweet Dreams. We're going to run it through here, and honestly I should open a whole state for it or save a state for it, but we're going to open a compressor quickly to get the volume up, even though this isn't necessarily the best way to use a compressor. It's one of the best ways to get the, you can add some distortion, you can add a lot. So okay, so that's the sound. We're going to mess with this guy, make a little more reverb. Reverb just sounds good, it's easily overdone. Okay, new brassy, that's what I'm going to call this new pattern. We're in G sharp minor, this is a G, this is G sharp. See here. I'm just going to keep it simple for now, just those two notes. Back inside here, we might want to resave this without a delay, but I'm just going to leave the preset as is. I want to change that delay. I'm better with controlling the FL Studio delay 2. Okay, a little bit of panning on the delay. Let's just experiment, because at this point I don't know what it's going to sound like with these new things here. If I throw this guy in here, new track, not being super organized, but let's just see what happens if we do this. I think we're overdoing it. I'm going to get rid of this. We're just going to have 2 stabs. All right. As far as EQ, I don't want any super lows to muddy up any 808, but I do want something even lower. There we go. That's more like it. Let's see what happens now. up here. With that, I'm going to throw my producer tag on here, and we're going to call it a day. Thank you guys for watching, and you can look forward to the full instrumental in the next video, which should come shortly, and I got a lot of videos planned coming out soon. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.